Hey guys, it's Mark, Smitty M14. It's April Fool's Day, April 1st, so I didn't have anything planned joke-wise for you guys to pull. Maybe posting a video is the joke enough, I guess. Um, just a quick hobby update, and hopefully I don't ramble too long. I know I have a tendency to do that, so I'll try to spare you all from that. I just want to go over what I've been doing over the last month, basically since my last update. I think prior to my last update, Dan and I were getting ready to do like a marathon of bold action. We actually did get in 3 games in 1 week. We did a couple at his house and then one at mine. Dan has a really cool table set up, but it's an 8x4 table, which the 2 games it really threw off. Judging distances, because when you play on a 6x4 table, you kind of start to more accurately guess range, and then when you go to the 8x4, it throws it off in a good way. The first couple of shots, I was like, oh yeah, he's in range, and yeah, not even close. But we had good games. I don't remember the details. I don't remember who won, who lost. We haven't played for a while. Dan's got real life stuff going on. And some of my stuff has been off kilter lately. So, but hopefully, fairly soon we'll get some more gaming in. Due to things being off kilter with me, I didn't make it to Adepticon, which I'm really not happy with. But I I couldn't justify going with what was going on. So, hopefully next year I'll get to go. Other than that, as far as what I've been doing hobby wise, um, well, first, I guess I'm planning to go to the Bug Eater GT in Omaha, Nebraska. I think that's the first weekend in June. It might be June 2nd, I believe. I'll be taking my German Grenadier Army, which is done and finished. Yay. I just finished the basing on the last squad yesterday. Last night, actually. So I will show a quick overpass of those, and then I'll do a more detailed video of the army in a separate video. But anyway, that's the first bold action army that I've actually completed, and what I mean by completed is, I mean, I have American units that I have built where I can throw together a 1,000-point army. But it's just kind of a mix mash of stuff. This is actually the first time that I've sat down with a list, made a list, thought it through, made some adjustments to it as I was playing with it, and then came up with a final list and then built it and finished it to fit that gaming list. So that was kind of an accomplishment, which I'm kind of proud of. So that is done. We'll do, like I said, a quick overpass of that and then a separate video with it. I tried a different paint scheme for my American vehicles. The American vehicles I used in the past were pretty dark. So I had a M16 Quad 50 half track that I have not gamed with, so I painted that up. I'll show that a little bit later. I had a major hobby fail with it. I finished it, got it all varnished and done, and was picking it up off my table. And the Quad 50 mount actually just sits in there. I have it magnetized, but not magnetized well, obviously. I picked it up off my bench, and it fell. The Quad 50 mount, and you'll understand when you see it, and landed on the floor, and it went down as one piece and came out with several pieces. So I had to do some emergency fixing. Bent the crap out of one of the barrels so bad that I basically had to break it and glue it to get it to fix right, because it was way too weak just to bend it back. So it looks okay. Probably needs a little more touching up now, but that's all right. I also did a Kuba wagon that I got from Company B. I ordered some decals from them. Some license plates basically for my Puma, and then some other things for a project that's coming up. And so I thought I would try some of the resin vehicles. I got a Kuba wagon and a VW. The Kuba wagon I'm not going to use in my army. It's going to be more for terrain. for the table, just add some vehicles to it for something different. So um, looking at my table, I guess really the only thing that my German Grenadier Army is done. I do plan on repainting my half track that I have in it, just to match the color scheme for my that I have for my Puma. But I mean, it's done. I could take it to the tournament without messing with it. It's just me being picky. Otherwise, I had some woodland scenics trees that have been sitting in a drawer that were based but never painted or flocked or anything like that. So I finished all of those. So all my trees for terrain are done. I finished my little pond. I'm actually working on project or army number 2, which we'll do a little preview for, because I did one figure to kind of do a paint scheme, see how I liked it. And then the other thing that I'm working on currently is Test of Honor. I got that last week, maybe early this week. So far I like it. The minis are pretty cool. Once you figure out how to assemble them, they're not too bad. And I wish the sprue had either letters or numbers on it, so you knew which legs went together. I mean, once you get a few of them put together, it makes sense. But sometimes the arms, knowing which arms go together, is a little difficult. And there's not really a good diagram, I guess. I'm not going to do an unboxing. I mean, I'll just do this really quick. So there's like these types of diagrams, but it doesn't say like, you know, this arm is number 2 or this arm is number 3. That's what I'm talking about. But the kits and the minis are where you really, it's not like the bold action ones where you have to have certain arms fit together. It just makes life easier. And there's little tricks to it. So I've based the metal unarmored samurai that came with when you pre-ordered it, and I've put 2 plastic samurais together, and then I've got 3 spearmen put together, and almost completed 2 bowmen. Just got to put the heads on and the quivers, and they're assembled. Basically, what I'm doing is in the rules, the starter box, there's a battle guide that has, I can't remember how many battles exactly. It looks like 6 battles. So what I did is I just, it's got like a force list for the first one, so that's what I'm doing. Basically, it's 1 samurai for each army, so 2, 3 spearmen, so 6 altogether, and then 2 with bows. So the goal is just to do that first, because then it runs off of points. And to be honest with you, I don't know how I want to build them. So we'll just go from there and we'll paint those up and see how they go. We're kind of looking forward to it. It's still a different paint scheme. So other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to get my next army done a little quicker. It should go a little quicker. It's an American force, and we'll show you the preview here in a little bit when I do the overview. So I'm going to pause it. When we come back, you'll be seeing miniatures and what I've been working on instead of my face. So we'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, so just really quick, here is the little pond that I've worked on. We'll put a mini on there, or 2 minis on there for scale purposes. I just wanted something, a little water feature. It really doesn't do anything other than redirect, you know, forces around it. It's impassable terrain, so I think it turned out okay. It's basically MDF board, and then on the back is like a for sale sign that I put on there to hold the water effects, and it's Woodland Scenic water effects, paint, flock, and that's it. I didn't put any bushes or reeds or anything on there because I want to use this for several different gaming genres and different scales, so I didn't really want anything that would tie it to a certain scale. So that is that. There is the trees that I finished. So yay, I've got a pretty good collection of trees going on right now. Have plenty outside of a group of trees that I need to do for my next project, and you'll figure that out when I show you that mini. But anyway, here is the last squad that I finished doing. That's going to be a veteran squad, German Grenadiers. Here is another squad, and then squad number 3. I don't remember what the where everything was at when I last did a video. I think I only had maybe one all the way completed, but everything is done now. An extra guy for my mortar team, and then I had 2 extra guys that I had just built that were that I just figured since they were built, and I replaced them in the army that I would just finish them. So here is the Company B Kubelwagen. It's kind of a nice little kit. It's a resin metal kit. Little decals on there. I was kind of mad at myself. Put the decals on one side, went to put them on the other. I think it's this one because it's crooked. But I put my freaking stupid finger on there and totally jacked it up. I had it on there straight and got it on there straight right away and totally jacked it up. But it's kind of a nice little model. I'll put a license plate on there and one on the front. It's kind of jacked up on the front with the resin, and the wheel's obviously not on straight. That kind of happens on the wheel not being on straight is my fault, but you know how resin can sometimes not come out quite right. But all in all, I think it's a good kit. I got my Puma all done and weathered up. I did the weathering on this. Like I said, I'll show more details in another video. And here is Ma Deuce. And I'm being very careful. I don't want to pick that sucker up and drop it again. So this is the Quad 50 M16 mortar carriage. I named it Ma Deuce for the M2 50 cals. You can see the broken barrel, the top one on the far in the back. The cat really bent up, and then you can see where I had to glue the bottom one on. I need to go back and paint that. But these ammo canisters are metal that get glued on. Those popped off. These are metal that popped off. The 250 cals are on a metal piece, so each one of those popped off. So there were several pieces, because this just comes out. I probably should have used a stronger magnet, but it is what it is. Tried to do a Kilroy on the back, but otherwise I like the color scheme a little bit better. Put more decals on it. I'm getting more comfy with decal work. I never have been comfy with it in the past. Hopefully you can all see that okay. I'm not making you guys too sick with jumping around. So that's what I have been up to with that. So in that regards, here is a sneak peek of the next army I'm going to do, and that is Marines in the Pacific. Always had a thing for Marines, not in that way, before anybody says it, but it's just a test of the color scheme and the basing I want to go with. More of a sandy beach with like the white rock. This figure is actually the assault group miniatures, or tag. They have really awesome metal miniatures and really dynamic poses. I really like this pose. It's really cool. He's actually loading his next clip into the M1 Garand stripper clip. So, actually, it's not a stripper clip. It's actually a clip. So, but anyway, I'm working on my first squad. He will be part of it. And then what I'll do is I'll pause this really quick, and then we'll take you over to the table. Maybe we can show him off better on the table, and then I'll show you some of the Test of Honor stuff. Okay, so here's the workbench. Here's that Marine again. See if you can see him a little better under some light. Here, let's do this. Might be too bright, might be blowing it out, but I look forward to doing this army. It should be pretty fun and easy to do. So should go fairly quick. Do a little bit of camo work on some pants and trousers, or pants and shirts, and some of the sandy camouflage and some of the green camouflage. But anyway, here's the Test of Honor stuff. This is the free Unarmored Samurai that you get when you ordered it, and I think that might have been just a pre-order. It might still be going on if you order it now. This is one of the Samurai plastic ones, obviously. This one is another Samurai. Got more of a cape on. Let's just move these guys up. And I'm wondering how long it'll be until I snap one of the spears, but there's your spearman. And here's the other one. So there's the spearmen and the samurais and the headless bowman I'll put up here. So the arms come separate, the arm with the bow and the arm with the arrow. They're pretty easy to put together and line up. In all reality, I thought I was going to struggle a little bit more with them, but that actually wasn't the case. So that's that. Otherwise, I've also painted up a couple knuckle duster gunfighters. I think I've shown this guy off before. Can't remember what his name is in the game, but he's got a metal plate over his crotch because he's got a tendency to get shot in that all too familiar growing area. And then here's another one too. These are kind of fun to paint every once in a while if I need a break from greens and grays and browns. That's what I end up doing. So anyway, that's it for that. I'm going to put you on pause, and then you'll see my face again here shortly. So that's what I've been working on. Like I said, we'll do a little closer look at the German Grenadiers in a separate video. Kind of do a Armies on Tour video or something fancy-dancy like that. Hopefully you guys could see everything okay. If you can't, and if I find out when I'm editing the video that it sucks, I'll put up some pictures or something like that too. So hope everybody's hobby's going well. Hope you're getting plenty of hobby time in and gaming time in. Hope you're all doing well. With that being said, I really don't have much else to say. So happy gaming to all of you guys. Happy hobby. And take care of each other. Be supportive of each other. And until next time, take care. Bye.